think we might have a listen to this little band here.
Fantastic, Pano, thank you so much. And you're with Martine on 97.3, the place to be. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming down for this fantastic weekend, this very long weekend, the Easter long weekend that we always have this amazing festival. And I have with me the very lovely Adam Dogmaster. Thank you for coming aboard, Adam.
No, thank you very much for having me.
What a fantastic day, what a fantastic weekend. But it's actually been weeks, months in the preparation for this, hasn't it?
Yeah, so we've been keeping an eye on the boat entries coming in and working out what moorings to put out for the event, and as the entries come in, allocate their spots. Yeah.
And that's what the Dockmaster does.
Yeah, so last week we put the moorings out, laid them with a local mooring contractor, GP Marine, and yeah, as the entries come in, allocate their spots, and then Friday, when all the boats arrive, tie them up and make sure they're all happy.
Now, people might be able to hear some noise behind us. We've got some saws going. We've got bits and pieces going because people are building boats out there that they're going to be putting out in a couple of hours in the quick and dirty races at 1:30. So you've put out some buoys out the front here too to make sure that they're safe, but we can still see them.
Yeah, so they've had a few hours since this morning. We've got 6 teams that they're building boats. They're almost finished, and they'll start racing. I'm not exactly sure on the time that they start, but they'll go around the course we've set out there. It's 3 laps, and we'll be out there in the boats making sure that they all make it back.
And that they all stay in there. Now, I understand that the Brighton accommodation nearby has given the team that come last a prize of accommodation. I'm not sure what the prize is for coming first. We'll find out. We'll definitely find that out. Now, you have been the Dockmaster for 3 years. So the Dockmaster is a pretty busy job. It's a volunteer job. Who else is in the team?
So I've got my grandfather, he's out on his boat, he gives us a hand when we need help. There's another guy on a boat called Eleanor G, Graham, he's helped majorly over the weekend. There's my sister and her boyfriend who give us a hand tying the boats up, so it's a bit of a family event.
It is a family event, and you are a local through and through. You're from this area, and you don't intend to stay in the area though, although it has inspired you to move on as a cadet marine engineer. You finish and complete the course soon, and then you'll be out on the real ocean.
Yeah, so I'll finish that in. I've got 4 more weeks sea time and I'll be qualified, so hopefully get a job on a merchant ship somewhere.
Congratulations, and this certainly has inspired you then, I guess, as a young tacker coming through, and it's so important for the kiddies and the grandkiddies to come along and to check it out, see what's going on here, because it might inspire kiddies to go on to what you're doing. So that is amazing. At 2:30 we'll have the blessing, the sail passing and blessing of the fleet. What does the blessing of the fleet mean?
So at 2:30 we'll start untying the boats and getting them out to the middle, so they'll all mull around out off the shore. There's a 53-foot timber cruiser. He will be the lead boat. So when all the boats are untied, it'll probably be around 2:45, we'll give Centenary Star the all clear to come through. So he'll come past a 57-foot clipper.
Wow.
With the yacht club officials on board and a priest who will do a blessing of the fleet, and then afterwards we all come back here and celebrate.
I can only imagine what the celebration means. So it's going to be full on really. From 1:30 you've got the quick and dirty race starting. 2 o'clock the quick and dirty prize presentation. We're going to find out what you get if you come first. 2:45 the boats assemble for the sail pass. How many boats are going to be out there on the water?
We'll probably have around 25 to 30 boats, and there'll be plenty of room on the wharf for spectators to come down and watch, so be down here at about 2:45.
And it is a gorgeous day for it. What kind of boats? I see all different types of boats here. They're absolutely gorgeous, from old to new, but can you give us a bit more of the specifics other than my old and new ones?
Yeah, we've got a cut-off of 1990, so anything built or designed prior to 1990 is what we accept in the festival. So my boat is it's a 33-foot yacht built in 1987.
Wow.
So it only just qualifies, but we've got boats out here that are 50 years old. We've got old Halverson cruisers that have been refurbished by their owners. There's an old work barge from an oyster lease up in Nelson's Bay. We've got a brand new Ranger 31, which is built in 2017 in, I think it was Seattle, called Scuffy the Tug. And yeah, there's all sorts of different boats. There's a Dragon, a few little runabout putt-putts, rowboats. There's all sorts of different boats down here.
There is, and we're talking to the lovely Richard of Moonstone a bit later. His boat was built in 1945, so it's sort of that post-war era, and there's some gorgeous boats out there. A lot of people put in a lot of effort, and this is a big deal for local boaties as well as boaties from all over the place. I mean, where are people coming from to register for this event?
We've got Centenary Star, which is a 52-foot timber, I think you'd call it a trawler. He's from Port Stephens.
Yep.
There's another boat called Aphrodite from Pittwater. And that's about as far as it goes this year. Last year we had a boat from Sydney. Yeah, so all over the place. A lot from Lake Macquarie, and there's about 8 boats from Newcastle, which they come down every year, which is good to have.
It's always great to have this local focus. It really is. Thank you so much, Adam. I'm going to let you get back because they need you there at the time to master the dock. They do. So thank you so much, and we look forward to the sail pass. That's at about 2:30, 2:45, and then the City of Maitland pipes and drums are going to be on the jetty as they sail past with the blessing of the fleet. So it will be all happening here from about 2:30, and then flag lowering at 4 o'clock. As you say, you're going to be celebrating. So I do thank you for your time, and I wish you all the very best, and maybe we'll see you next year. I'm not sure. Thank you so much, and back to you, Pano.